What's cuz name?
You ain't gotta wait claim it.
W.I.G.
Somebody did it.
He got his name W.I.G. TV.
You see who I'm with right now? You know what I'm saying? You know who it is, gangland checking and all that. But today, it's about the homies working together. You know what I'm saying? It's about the politics. That's what it's about.
Most definitely, most definitely. But a lot of these guys got the shit wrong that he said. I just hollered at cuz or whatever. But it's respectable. Just how I love my people, we love his people. But he ready to work for sure. That's what we doing.
Yeah, Chris Long Beach Paramount, whatever.
Today I'm DW Flame. We on the east side of Long Beach right now. We on 5th Street to be exact. It's the worst street. These are my bros right here. We gang. We the worst out here in Long Beach. You feel me?
Worst street.
These my right here. Y'all better know something.
Worst street.
Yeah.
Gangland, the southern side.
Yeah, man. That's cool and all that. Hey, that's crazy, man. It's a good look though. It's good they trying to push forward with whatever they doing, right? But I have been seeing Swifty Blue like in the news a lot. Like niggas been, it's been a lot of opinions about it. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of opinions about him. But ever since this Money Sign situation happened, right? It's been more basically.
From the rap culture that I'm from, right? I was one that was never into how would I say it, the street culture. Point blank, period, right? I was never one to, how would I say it, act like a brother, right? 247, right? That type of thing. No, and a lot of the old school, first and foremost, because I'm Chicano, right? A lot of the old school cats and fellas, we don't do that either. We don't get down like that, right? So what happened? The untimely and unfortunate death of Money Sign Suede. This is something that if you guys don't take a step back, right? Seriously, if you don't take a step back and look at what's going on, because this is God's doing. In all actuality, this is God's doing. It's God's way of saying enough is enough. Stop it. Stop it, Swifty Blue, right? It's basically God trying to wake people up. We're in that time right now. Because the thing is, this is a result of when you don't carry yourself, when you go against the grain, so to speak, of how you carry yourself and you portray yourself to be a brother, and use the N-word in all your music and in the street culture, that culture itself gets offended, right?
So you get you get the gist of it, right? And I might let it play a little more after I say this, right? But for one, I kind of want to ask what's acting like a brother, right? And I do understand, like, the preservation of the culture, right? Of one's culture. I understand that. But it comes off as when you say this is God's way of showing the youngsters, right? Basically saying God took Money Sign Suede out the picture to get the youngsters back in order, to realize, hey, y'all going down the wrong path, you see? And that's a crazy interpretation, man. I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm gonna let it play a little bit more.
And so things, as time went on, shit got, started to escalate. And I think, that it reached its peak, and that's why, as a result, a life was lost, right?
I don't know, and shout out to him. I don't know bro name, right? But it come across like it's, for a long time, right? I understand like the preservation of one's culture and this, that, and the third, but it does come across as like, it's so much of a disdain or dislike for the so-called black brother or whatever, right? That y'all don't want y'all youngsters acting like that or appearing like that. You know what I'm saying? And we know that it's tension there. You feel me? Especially for like the older cats in the community, but and I don't mean like you heard it from out his mouth. I don't mean coming from like older gentlemen in my community. I mean, I'm talking about like you feel me? And it's a tricky situation, man. It's like I seen this video, right, and I was thinking, I'm like, before when the whole situation happened, I'm like, I wonder did his swag and the way he carried himself play into effect in what happened. You feel me? And like it seemed like that was the case, and it's a cold game, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. To say the least. You feel me? I mean, shit, man. It's just a cold game, and I was just noticing like all the pressure that's starting to come on Swifty Blue back now. Niggas is like, people is starting to, motherfuckers been had they gripes with Swifty Blue, and it's a trip, man. That I guess the question I got is it self-preservation, right? For the reason for some of the actions, right, and some of the measures that are took. You feel me? Or is it the dislike? Feel me? For the brother, so-called brother, or what is it? Cause it be like, and then in another fashion, right? I do understand the motherfucker seeing. That's like, imagine seeing. It's like seeing you see a nigga walking around and he all uppity and acting like, how some niggas might be like when they say you whitewashed or something like that, right? I wonder if it probably feel the same way to like, to the so-called Mexican brothers, right? Like do they be like, to some of the older gentlemen, do they be seeing that shit and be like, damn, you not maintaining this shit? What are you doing? Like you straying, you feel me? Or is it that I be just kind of like, and then when you, bro, when you hear a motherfucker say some shit like that, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like God took a motherfucker out because they was basically acting black. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, rest in peace, Money Sign Suede once again. Feel me? Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family once again. It's just crazy. You feel me?